Hey everybody, how are you? Welcome. Y'all, I'm so excited. I have to say that I was about an hour ago. Ah, as soon as I'm live, right? As soon as I'm live. But about an hour ago, I was beginning to pace a little bit because I'm like, oh God, we're kicking this off. We're kicking this off. We're getting ready to do this. So, you guys, welcome. Tonight's the first night of our stories from the Nook. And tonight is actually my story and my journey. Because some of you don't really know where I came from or how I actually landed in this spot. So I'm going to be sharing that with you guys tonight. But I just felt that, you know what, I wanted to kick it off. So if you're joining me from Facebook or you're joining me live from YouTube, hi, on both sides of it, I can see you guys right here. So I can see, I love when I see YouTube and the house. So because really I have such great love for YouTube. Actually, on Wednesday, we're going to be one of our stories from the Nook on Wednesday at 7 p.m., same time, same place, you guys. It's going to be one of my fabulous, incredible members who have gone from 0 to 32,000 subscribers in YouTube in literally 24 months. And really, when we broke it down, it was more like 20 months. But she's going to be here on Wednesday to share her story. Tomorrow, 7 p.m., I do want to preface this for those of you who are here. Tomorrow is my business buddy, my dear friend, my incredible, she is so amazing. Royce Hunt Bell will be in the house with us tomorrow night at 7 p.m. with her story from the Nook. And y'all, I have to say, as a business coach, to get to work with some of these people, for me, I'm like fangirling over here, like totally fangirling. Royce is somebody who's so dear to my heart. And she's somebody that I admired from a distance for so long. And then the fact that one day she showed up in one of my live videos, y'all, and I was literally hyperventilating. I was literally hyperventilating, oh my God, I love her. And she's on my live right now. And this is so amazing. But we actually ended up working together and really becoming an amazing team together. And I can't wait for you guys to hear her story tomorrow. So, you guys, welcome. This is day one of 10 days that we're coming to you live. As I was going into a launch, and we'll get into the launch stuff a little bit later, but as I was going into a launch for our 5-day masterclass that starts in 2 weeks from tonight, May 13th, I was like, I just didn't want to go live every single day and look at all the amazing things that I've done. Yeah, I didn't want to do that, y'all. If you follow me here on Facebook, you know that my business page is all about my members. It's 100% about the wins of my community, the wins of my people. I'm only as good as my people, right? So I'm only as good as them. And so, anyways, you'll see all of that. But I just couldn't imagine building a launch or building a runway for this 5-day masterclass and spending 10 days going live. That's what my launch coach told me that I needed to do was I needed a 2-week runway. You guys take notes here. I'm telling you all this launch stuff. I needed a 2-week runway. You're thinking, yeah, a launch coach. I actually have 3 coaches, y'all. But the coach has a coach because that's the only way the coach can do her job better. Anyways, I was told I needed to do a 2-week runway for my masterclass. I've really done a 4-week runway because you all have been hearing about the masterclass for a while. But I was like, what the heck am I going to talk about for 2 weeks in life? I mean, I'm never really short words, but what the heck am I going to talk about? I don't want to teach because I'm doing that in the masterclass. And so when I really sat down, I was like, stories from the Nook, duh. And so the purpose of this is to, if I could literally have, and we may keep this going after the 2 weeks, y'all, because when I put a calling out to my community, hey guys, I need any creative in here that's made 25,000 in their business or more and can continue to do it over and over and over, I would love to do an interview with y'all. Y'all, I can only pick 10. And I picked 10 that are all very different. It was an overwhelming number of people in my community, which is incredibly humbling to me. And so I'm so excited that you guys get a little taste of it. And so really this is all about the next 2 weeks and my masterclass is really about how you make that first 25,000 in your creative business, because that is the cornerstone to everything. Because if you have, a $25 product, right? That, and to get like $2,500, that means you have made 100 sales, right? Is that right? No, it's not right. Me and my math, y'all. I'm telling you, I did this like a couple weeks ago in a group. $25,000, that's 1,000 sales. So if it was a $250 product, it's 100 sales, right? Common Core. I'm in Florida. We just got rid of Common Core like a year ago. Okay. Hear me out. So I kind of feel like if you've made 100 sales, or hey, yeah, a really cheap product and $25 product, and you've made 1,000 sales, you have figured out what works in your business. Like, you have really truly figured out what works in your business. If you have made 25,000 and having your membership, whether it's having an event or membership or course or whatever, you have figured out what your customer wants. There's a lot to be said about that number. And to me, that is kind of my magic number. It's always been my magic number with my community. I'm always like, you want to go to an LLC when you hit that point. Like, that's when we start getting like legit, like we're like a legit business. So that's why the 25,000, that's kind of where that comes into play. But here's the thing in my masterclass. The stories that you're going to hear over Monday through Friday this week and Monday through Friday next week, the stories that you are going to hear from these 10 incredible, amazing creatives, you're hearing these stories because they're just like you and me. Like, none of them like had some like magic spell and won the lottery. Okay. Every single one of them had an idea and they ran with it. But what's going to be really interesting in the stories that you hear is that where they started is not where they're at today. And I will say is not where they ended, because they have just begun. They have literally just begun. And so it's important to know that everybody's journey is different. And we often find ourselves as creatives comparing ourselves to everybody else, right? Well, I want to be where she is or he is, right? Why am I not there? I've been at this for so long. And there are reasons why that happens. And that's what we're going to get into a 5-day masterclass. Is I'm going to be teaching you all these 10 amazing creatives that we have coming in. I'm going to be teaching you guys in 5 days how they've all done it. All these different streams of revenue. There's actually 5 of them that we're focusing on. Everything from product sales to wholesale to digital. You guys are going to be hearing from some amazing creatives on the digital side. Memberships, courses, etc. And if I had to do it over today, knowing what I do today, that's what I'm teaching you guys in 5 days. So that's what I said. Knowing what I know today. Oh man, yeah. Knowing what I know today, I would be so much further along if I was starting today. But the thing is, I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be inside of my business. So you guys, we're going to get started here on my story. If you guys could spread the love if you want to. I would love more than anything for you guys. If you have a group or a page or whatnot that you think that could value from this information or just inspire them to get started, I would love if you took and spread that, spark on some glitter on this. We're not supposed to say the share word. I would say the S word, but my word, that's like the shit word. So anyways, we're not supposed to say that word. I don't know who came up with that, because last I checked, there was a button down there that said share. So how is it that we can't say that word? I don't know. But nevertheless, if you could sprinkle some magic on this, that would be greatly appreciated. So you guys, if you don't know me, my name is Sarita. I am, and I'm going to use the word, the business coach to creatives. I have been so incredibly blessed over the last 5 years to work with some fabulous, oh my gosh, just like inspiring, creative, talented individuals. Just it's so mind-blowing to me. But how did I get to this point? You don't wake up one day and say, I want to be coach. I would not recommend it. Okay. The other day you wake up and you're like, I think I want to be a business coach. It did not happen that way at all, you guys. I never in a million years thought I would be doing that. So I'm gonna take you guys back, way back. I'm originally from the Pacific Northwest. I would consider Oregon my home. If you ask me where in Oregon, I'm from everywhere in the Willamette Valley of Oregon. And I actually moved away very young. I was 18 years old. I moved to New York City. And man, I loved everything creative. Growing up, I grew up on a farm and then moving to New York City and just being inspired by art and people and differences and cultures and all of that. To me, it was just this amazing, beautiful, awesome world that I lived in. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I thought that I wanted to be a teacher, but then in the next breath, I thought that I wanted to be an attorney. So I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life. And so I spent 3 years in New York City, discovering who I was and what I wanted to do with myself when I grew up. I moved to Tampa in 1997. And I would love to say that I came to Tampa to finish my education and become an amazing, awesome adult. The reality is, y'all, I'm going to be real with y'all because it's all about my true transparent self. I moved, and I don't know where my noisemaker is here, but I'm going to have to find it. I moved to Tampa for a guy. True story. Wah, wah. Where's that noisemaker when I made it? I came to Tampa for a guy. Can y'all believe that? Anyways, that guy is actually the dad to my amazing, incredible, and awesome son, Sebastian. And we had a lovely relationship for 15 amazing years until one day you wake up and realize, oh God, I'm not the same person at 18 as I am at 33. And nevertheless, we did an amazing job raising our incredible son. And, life happens for a reason. But I came to Tampa for a guy. And life was a little bit rough when I landed in Tampa. Coming from New York City, it was a culture shock. It was a change. I didn't know what I was doing with myself. I had already applied to college. I had already gotten in to USF, University of South Florida. Go Bulls. Back in the day, it was like the worst school in the state of Florida. I'm okay with that because between my scholarship and the state of Florida, like I pretty much had a paid education at USF. And I went to school to be an elementary. I was going to be a kindergarten teacher, y'all. That was my dream. I'm going to be a kindergarten teacher. I just want to be around babies all the day. I want all the babies, right? I want all the babies. I'm going to be a teacher. Awesome. But I found myself really struggling. I found myself struggling financially, trying to put myself through school and work 2 jobs, and the list goes on, and pay my bills. And I didn't have anybody to really go back on. And so what does one do when you're creative? You create something. You literally create something. 1998, I launched my first business, painting mailboxes in Tampa. So if any of you at any point are driving around Tampa and see terrible, y'all, I couldn't paint. I used stencils. But that's how we rolled in 1998, okay? We rolled with stencils. But if you drive through South Tampa, really, south of Gandy, we call it the SOG here in Tampa. If you drive in the SOG and you see any mailboxes still standing with manatees and dolphins and bizarre sunsets on them, that was me. And so I started painting mailboxes, and then I got into the world of dogs. And you're like, how do you get in the world of dogs? Another long story. We ain't got time for that today. And in the dog world, people are weird about their dogs, y'all. People will spend money they do not have on their dogs. Okay. So I launched my very first membership in 2000 called the Tampa Bay Pug. You know, the little fat dogs. You see them around me. I don't even have one today. They're all over my house, though, because they're a huge part of my life. The Tampa Bay Pug Play Dog Club. And you can get on meetup.com and join my membership for $10 a month. Yes, I did. Y'all, I built that to 200 pug owners throughout Tampa Bay, St. Pete, Clearwater, Orlando, Lakeland, and the list goes on. I was pulling in 2 G's a month in my membership. Shut the front door. Yes, I was. I was able to finish college with that. And I was able to kind of get my life together at that point because of that. I eventually went on and got very, very active in the dog community and started a nonprofit organization in 2003. And you can search it, guys, Central Florida Pug Rescue. We actually just closed it up in 2022. After 19 amazing years running a nonprofit, a lot of work. And then I started a dog couture business with one of the members and we had built this incredible dog couture business. Y'all, we didn't have any social media. We were running things off PHP forums. You guys remember the forum days? Yahoo groups. Who remembers Yahoo groups? Y'all miss those days? How about running a website on GeoCities? Okay, it was born to me to just figure it out. The lesson is this is anytime I have an idea, I run with it, y'all. I just run with it. I just do it. I just freaking do it until I can't do it anymore or it just didn't work. And then I pivot from there. And I take everything that I learn from that venture and I apply it to my next one. And literally, so I want you to think about, they talk about this principle in the book, The One Thing, the domino effect, right? And where you look like, and theirs is a little bit different, but I'm gonna break mine down in learning. I'm an avid learner, you guys. I will be a lifelong learner. I'm a major nerd, okay? I'm a major nerd. And you take an idea, a business idea, whether it's a hobby or whatnot, and you take it and you learn a lot of things from that, right? But you continue to like build it out to the one day you can push that domino down and it's like, and it creates this amazing, incredible business. I had no idea that Struggle and Serena in 1998 would be in this position today. I'm so blessed and so incredibly thankful for that. But it really was about doubling down on your knowledge, taking it and building it again and building it again and building it again. The reality is when people start businesses, they just flat out quit. When they're like, I can't do this. I'm not making any money. Like nobody's buying my stuff. It's because you don't believe in yourself. Like I never thought in a million years 200 people would join a pug dog play club. Y'all, I hosted monthly birthday parties for the dogs. It was epic. Yes, I did. I made dog treats for them. I was scrappy as scrappy can be. I do miss the meetup.com days. I don't know. Do you guys remember meetup.com? Fabulous idea. It's probably still around today, but ain't nobody going to pay to join that anymore. Anyways, so I built this dog couture company, and what that gave me was sales knowledge. It gave me the knowledge of working with people, creating the fear of missing out, running a website, no social media, the seen effects of having a community. Like the amazing things that community can do inside of our businesses, like the amazing things. During this entire time, though, y'all, when I finished college and I decided that I was in the school system for 6 months and said, oh my God, I can't do this. But I also knew that between my membership and the dog couture and the nonprofit, before then, but in 2001, I took a giant leap of faith. And I knew that I couldn't teach in the school system. I knew that that was not my calling and that wasn't my passion. And it made me a really angry, bitter person. And it wasn't the kids, y'all. It was a whole nother level. And any of my teachers out here, I mean, I bow down on my knees to y'all because I'm out. I'm out. So I was offered this position, this financial planning practice as like kind of an intern sort of position. It was an intern position is basically what it was. I never intended this to be my life. And I will say, you guys, I'm heading into my 25th year as a financial advisor. Because of that, it's given me an incredible knowledge set. And again, I'm a lifelong learner, and I know a lot of creatives are too. And I just take that knowledge set and keep growing it. But that line of business never got rid of my love for being a creative and never solved that little piece, right? And do you guys know what I'm talking about? Y'all know what I'm talking about, right? You guys know, especially those of you who work in the day and you have your creative stuff on the side, is that it doesn't solve all of our needs. While I have an immense passion for my clients, I love taking care of them. I love helping them in some of the worst times of their life through death and divorce, retirement, which is actually you think would be a good time in your life. It's just flat out stressful. So anyway, so I'm building a financial planning career over here. I had no idea I was going to be doing that. But now I'm building this like massive dog empire, right? And then 2009 came. 2009 came. Y'all remember? Really 2008 came. And 2008 was, whoo, I was a mom to a 1-year-old, was gonna be going through a divorce. It is what it is, but I was gonna be a single mom, divorced single mom. And then on top of that, my business was not thriving that well. Ended up selling the brands off and got enough to survive like during the recession, right? And then I decided, you know what? I'm just going to focus on being a mom. I'm just going to be a mom and be an awesome creative mom, right? I mean, to be like a Fruit Loop mom. That lasted for like 18 months, y'all. And literally lasted for like 18 months. And I started thinking about what is my next thing. And I really love home decor. But coming from off of a recession, there was no money. Like there was no money to make a beautiful home. But we were spending so much time at home that I needed a space that I really loved and enjoyed being in. And so this immense passion for home decor started, which actually started when I was like 10 years old. It started way back. It wasn't just I woke up one day and I'm like, oh, I love interior design and it'll be great. Not at all. Okay, not at all. But I started refinishing furniture. And that was something that I did when I was younger. I used to paint all the things. I didn't know anything about painting, but I used to paint all the things. And I just started redoing furniture. My father passed away in 2012. And I was in a position where I had to move my mom to Tampa from Oregon. And when my mom got to Oregon, y'all, I hope my mom's not watching, but she's driving me crazy. She was driving me cray cray, like cray cray. Okay, cray cray. And I was like, Mom, what would you like to do? And she's like, well, I really miss painting furniture. Great. Start painting. I got a whole garage full of junk, right? Stuff that had been sitting there since like 2009 and 10. And this is like 2012. And my mom started painting. That leads to brick and mortar. Yeah, it leads to not just, oh, let's have a little like, just like a little like 600 square foot brick and mortar. Y'all, in like 1 year, it turned into like 3,500 square feet. Multi-vendor market with 65 vendors in it. It was massive. It was massive. It was a huge, it was just not even undertaking, overtaking. Okay. Like overtaking. And I'm going to admit, y'all, I hated every second of it. I literally hated every minute of every day owning that brick and mortar for 4 years. I hated it. I wish that I could sit here and say, you know what? You want to know what the amazing experience is? The amazing experience is that I literally changed an entire community. That was the amazing experience. By building a business and a community that was depressed and not thriving, and within 2 years of having that business there, we had completely changed the entire community. And that right there, that's when I realized like the power of knowledge. That's when I realized like the power of businesses, what it's like when all these businesses can come together and start working together. They used to all come to the shop on Saturday mornings and we'd sit around like, can we just come and pick your brain? Like, who would want to pick my brain? It's like a little crazy in there. Right. But then I realized that the power of that we had the ability to change this place. And we did. And anyone you in South County, Florida, Ruskin, Apollo Beach, Sun City Center, y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all know what I'm talking about. So, and I still have friends there and business owners there that are thriving and continue to thrive. It's pretty amazing. But my love for painting is really what I wanted to do. Like, I didn't want to run this brick and mortar. I hated it. I just wanted to paint. And right before we opened this brick and mortar, I started Pixie Dust Paint Company, which was paint additives, decorative finish, things that we need for decorative finishes like waxes, metallics, etc. I partnered up with an amazing woman, Maria Ravolo from M&B Furniture and Decor. She's a fabulous painter. You guys, here's reality. I kind of suck at painting. I love to do it. I'm not very good at it. What I found out she was a phenomenal painter and I was an amazing teacher. And the combination of the two was magic. We launched our first course and some of you guys remember, some of you all remember because it's like, I remember your paint lives too. Lisa, you're taking it way back to the day, right? We launched our first Bermuda blending course. It was in person actually because they didn't have Facebook Live back then. So this is like 2014. By 2015, we did our first live virtual paint session in a private Facebook group. And we made between the paint, between the class and the supplies, the kits and everything, we made about $35,000 on one class, y'all. One class. Like, Lisa's like, I still have some. Lisa, I don't know if it's still good. That's been a while. But it was incredible. We went on to do a series of these. And y'all, I wish I knew then what I know today. It would be so different. It would be so different. So I decided in 2017, I'm going to start a paint membership. I have no idea what I'm doing. I don't even know how to run this thing. I don't even know how to like get content out. I don't know anything. I'm just going to do it. And I started the $5 paint club. Now, I started the $5 paint club because there were some people in the paint world, and I'm just going to say now because time like heals everything. I was like mad at the world. I was really angry at the world. And I just wanted to show them that for $5, I could build a jingle. Y'all remember the jingle. And I could build a membership. Now, it was $5 a month, but it was like $50 to join it. So you paid like a one-time join fee. And then it was the worst concept in the entire world, y'all. Anyways, I learned something from it though. Don't do that. Don't do that. That's not a good idea. Ended up with about 500 to 600 members in my paint club. I did. And then I realized that not a single one of them was there to watch. Well, let me rephrase that. At least they may have been there to watch me paint. But let's just say 90%, let's do 80% because the Pareto rules, the 80-20 rule, 80% of people who joined my membership didn't want to know how to paint. You know what they wanted to know? How I did the membership. They wanted to know how I was growing a paint company. They wanted to know how I was using Pinterest. They wanted to know how I was doing all the things. They didn't want to do any of them with me. It was the most defeated I have ever felt in my business to this day, y'all. The most defeated because I'm like, paint is my therapy. I just want to paint things and make my house beautiful. And I just want you to go along with me. And they didn't want that. That's not what they wanted. And they continue to push and continue to push. And then finally realized one day after a Q&A session, there wasn't one damn question about like paint. It was all about business. And I said, you know what? I've been told now for years when I had my brick and mortar, you really should think about being like a business coach or business strategist. I'm like, I ain't got time for that. And here was like my open door. And so in February of 2019, it was actually really December of 2018, but I didn't get launched until February of 2019. The Social Divas was born. And y'all, again, I had no idea what I was doing. It was the worst. It was, I will not say it was an epic fail because it was not a fail. We are all here today, right? It was not an epic fail. But what I learned from that is what I thought my people wanted or needed was like so far from it. It wasn't even, my people told me they needed content. That's what they told me they needed. They needed content. And I was like, okay, I'm going to make content then. And you guys post on your social media pages. But then it's like, well, how do we do that? I'm like, what do you mean? How do you do that? How do we go live? How do we post? How do we do this? Should we be on this? Should we be doing? I'm like, oh, Lordy, y'all, like, seriously? Like, y'all, like, Mary's like, yep, I was there. Okay, Mary, don't take offense to this. Y'all, they knew nothing. They knew nothing. Now, Mary, look how far Midwest Mary, look how far we've come. They knew nothing. To this day, that was my greatest asset I could have ever been given. The greatest gift that I have ever been given. You want to know why? Because it taught me a few things very early on. It taught me that I need to listen to my members. I need to take those virgin minds and make them not so virgin, right? I was able to mold them and guide them and shape them. You guys, out of my 20 original OGs that joined me, 18 are still with me today. And Mary Schultz is actually one of them. 18 of them. 18 of my OGs are still with me to this day, which is amazing and so amazing. I have an incredible retention rate inside of my membership, and you guys are going to find out why over the next 10 days. Why? Because we make shit happen, right? We make it happen. Anyways, Mary, and I would love to know, Mary, has it been an easy process? I'm going to assume she's going to say, yeah, no. But the best investment I made, Mary, thank you so much. And all I have to say is thank you so much because, yes, Christy, you're one of the original. Yes, you're one of the original 20s, Christy. Yes, you are. And I have to say, though, is Mary, one of the things that you all gave me was the gift of patience, the gift to listen, the gift of pushing you all to know that, like, I've been given all of this knowledge set that's been building and building and building and building. By the time I launched my coaching program, it had been building for 20 years, y'all. 20 years of business. Yes. Sherry's one of my OGs in the house. Isn't that insane, y'all? And the two that I had lost really was because of family situations. One had lost their father, and the other one just decided I'm out of business. But of my original 20, and I know every single one of them. Yes, I do, because that to me is my everything. So, anyways, but I've got to say, you guys, the first like 6 months of this coaching thing, y'all, it was rough, man. It was rough waters. I was like, why would anybody do this? Like, this is insane. Like, it was rough. But you know what? I stuck with it. I didn't give up. I took the knowledge that I had. I kept applying it. I kept pushing. I kept going. I kept pivoting. I got better at my delivery. I got better at my messaging. I got better at serving my people. I got even better at listening to them and really going, it's not what I need, it's what they need. I also realized in these last 5 years of building this incredible 6-figure business, y'all, it's insane when I think about it. You guys, between my mastermind, 15 incredible members in my high-level mastermind, to my 220-ish members that I have in my creators. And a lot of people would say, gosh, Serena, 5 years and only 220 members. Y'all, listen, we are small and mighty. There is no way, y'all, I could serve a large coaching group. I'm sorry. Challenge me right now. I'm telling you right now that a coaching group with thousands of members in it is going to get you nowhere except for a whole lot of noise and not a whole lot of action. Because it's just, y'all I'm sorry, you cannot coach 1,000 people to grow a business. Like, it's not happening. I'm telling you, at least the way I coach. And the way I coach is like, give me your hand, baby. Let's get this going. And we're rolling. But I realized a couple of years ago, I found myself, I'm going to be very transparent with y'all. I found myself in a very unhappy position in my life. And I found myself not happy with where things were going. I wasn't happy with, I think a lot of it was me. I felt like I couldn't come onto social media, and y'all could go back and see how many lives I've done the last 2 or 3 years. And it's you only need one hand. Let's just say that, because I had a really hard time of being able to show up and being my true intentional self. I had went and built, y'all, my first membership, I made 25,000 in like no time at all, like 11 months. I made 25,000 in that in 11 months. In 2000, in my dog control business, we made tons of money for Pug Rescue. And in that whole, like, supported an entire community with that. And then my paint company that, at one point was $600,000 in revenue. Like, holy shit, I sold it in 2020, y'all. I sold my paint company. Yes, I did. I sold that bad boy because I realized my life was coaching. I realized that this is my calling. But I also realized that a couple of years ago, literally like 2.5 years ago, I was in a very, very unhappy state of mind. And I've come to realize that in success, oh my God, it's so much mindset. It's not even funny. Like I wish it was more talent, but it was so much. I'm kind of glad it isn't because I don't have a whole lot of creative talent. I'll leave that up to y'all. I'm really good at growing memberships. I'm really good at launching courses. I'm really good at that stuff. Give me the tech stuff all day long. But man, y'all, don't make me paint a picture or make a flower arrangement or create a wreath because that's not happening. I'm never going to be your competition. Let's say that. But the mindset, y'all, it's a mind trip. Trying to run this type of business is a mind trip. It is mindset. It is totally mindset. And I will say an unhappy life is an unhappy business. And I found myself very unhappy. And it wasn't really had a really great business, an amazing, y'all can see that my members had this really amazing business. But I just wasn't overly happy. There was a lot of changes going on in my life at that time. I was dealing with my mom moving back to Oregon. And trying to facilitate that. I was in a transition in my business to find out what my why was. Like, what exactly is your why? My why, y'all, you want to know why I do this? Because guess what? I still have a financial planning practice over here to run. And I got this amazing coaching program that I've got to run over here. But you want to know what my why is? My why is to serve people. And it came very transparent to me about 2.5 years ago that I am the happiest when I'm serving the needs of others. I am the happiest when my clients, whether it's my financial planning practice or whether it's this practice, that I am the happiest when they're winning. I am the happiest when they're being taken care of. I am the happiest when I have the ability to change their life. I have the ability to change their financial situation. I have the ability to help them grow their business. Teamwork makes the dream work. God has given me those abilities since 1997. Like he literally has given me every single tool that I needed to get to this point. And I had to realize that at some point that, in my mind that why am I doing this? I had to realize who I was working for and it's not for me. Sometimes that's hard. Like that's like you spent so many years like working for everybody else that you really have to that's not why I'm doing this. Like, that's not really why I'm doing this. I am doing this because he has given me all of these amazing tools to help all of these people, whether it's on the financial planning side or whether it's on a business side. Right. And so I get a lot of people who are like, why don't you just focus? You're supposed to focus on one thing. One thing. I focus on changing lives. That's my one thing. My one thing is whether it's in my financial planning practice or whether it's in my coaching practice. And you know what? Some people would say, well, those are two very different things. Oh, no, they're not. No, they're not. Because I teach people how to make money and I show them what to do with it. And I take these clients over here who have already made money and I help them manage it, right? So they can have it for many more years to come. It's very much the same thing. Very, very much the same thing. But we have to know what our why is in our business. It's not just about money. You guys, I know money drives us. And for me to sit here and say, money isn't the reason. No, money is the reason. I'm telling you right now, I'm a single mom to teenage son. Like that's not going to take care of itself. Like, yeah, it is. But it's not my why. It's not my why. Like a lot of times my payment is seeing those wins. But again, my time is valuable. My education has been valuable. Like you guys, on the education side, there's been a huge investment made on that side. Huge investment in myself. And so we really have to figure out as business owners that yes, the money is really important, but what's more important is what the money can do for us. It's what the money can do inside of our business. It's like when you really truly nail whatever that magic is. Like, right? Whatever your magic is inside of your business, it really truly can change everything. But here's the thing. There isn't any coach or any person responsible for your business and your journey. It is yours. Nobody will ever get credit for this business. I created this business. I put the tears and the sweat and the time and the education and oh my God, the hours into this business. Nobody but me. I have an amazing team who has been here to cheer me on the entire time, who's been able to pick up the slack when I can't because I'm really, really busy over here trying to build an empire. We have in the house right now, Christy M, who has been amazing. She's been by my side since the pug days, you guys, 2002 or 3-ish. Leanne, she's my right hand. I'm her left hand. She's left-handed. I'm right-handed. She's my everything. She is literally my everything. But y'all, listen, I'm responsible for this business. I'm responsible for my success. I am responsible for it. You are responsible for your business and your success. You guys are going to find over the next 10 days as we hear the story, there's a couple things that make all the pieces come together. A coach is part of it. Because what you don't know, you don't know. And you're going to hear that from Royce tomorrow. Like, you just don't know. If you don't know, you don't know. Like I said, I wish I knew today. I wish I knew. I wish I was a little bit smaller. I wish I was a little bit taller. There's an old 90s song. Some of you know that song. Anyways, if only I could play music here without getting in trouble, it would be amazing. You are responsible for your journey. However, in order to make that journey happen, you have to have education. You've got to know what the heck you're doing and where you're going. You got to know what your why is. You got to know, why are you doing all of these things? What is your why, Buttercup? What is your why? Right? You have to invest in your business. And I'm not going to get into like all kinds of things, but listen, y'all, if you don't invest, I'd like to get into like scripture stuff right now, but I'm not going to. Anyways, I just won't. But I'm telling you right now, if you do not invest in yourself, if you do not invest in your business, it will go absolutely nowhere. I want you to think back, and the members of my community better think back to where you were at 2, 3, 4, 5 years ago. And if you're in my community, you've been in that community, you're like, wow, holy crap. How freaking far have I come? And those of you who don't have a coach, you're like, I'm not where I want to be. I don't know where to go. I'm lost. I'm confused because you don't have somebody to help guide you. You can't go to college without a professor. Like you don't go to elementary school without teachers. You don't go to middle school. You don't go to high school. Our lives will not continue to grow without teachers and mentors and coaches. Y'all, when I used to go to network meetings and somebody said, oh, it's nice to meet you. I'm Sally and I'm a life coach. Hey. I did, y'all. And Lord, I'm so sorry forever. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Because I used to giggle and I life coach. Ain't nobody need a life coach. Let me tell you guys right now, I have 3 coaches. I have a launch coach, I have a YouTube coach, and I have a mindset coach, aka a therapist. So yeah, we could call it a life coach, right? A life coach. But nevertheless, I need those people. I need that knowledge. I need that information to keep going. Yeah, your coach has a coach too, right? If I don't keep investing in myself, why would you all keep investing in me? We have to continue to invest in our businesses. And anyone who says, oh, I just can't afford it right now, I just can't do it. Listen, baby, this isn't a hobby. This is a business. This is real. You got to be able to put away $100 to $150. That doesn't sound like a whole lot, right? To some people. To other people, it's like, that's a lot of money. You need about $100 to $150 to operationally run your business every single month or create a business. That sounds like low. I'm talking about the technology, the coach. I'm going to be breaking it down in the masterclass for you guys. My perfect, how I would spend $100 a month knowing what I know today. And the coach, the technology, the tools. Again, I'm not talking about marketing and social media and all your supplies, all the stuff that you guys, all that stuff you guys buy and you never use. I'm not talking about all that stuff. That's a talk for another day. I'm giving mama talk on that. Stop buying stuff you don't need. It's like, I can't really afford a business coach. Stop going to Hobby Lobby. It's super easy. One trip to Hobby Lobby and paid. Actually, not even that. I think the average trip to Hobby Lobby is like $200 to $300. Stop going to Target. Don't go to Costco. I'm telling you right now, go to Costco. $300. I got paper towels for 14 years. Right? Seriously. I'm serious, y'all. The money is there. And if your business coach, whether it's me or whatever, whoever, if your business coach can't give you the tools to make that amount of money a month, maybe it's you, they're not utilizing the tools, right? But if your coach is not really giving you the tools that you need to succeed, then you're not going to succeed. You're not going to. Here's another one of my Patty Davis right there, one of my OGs right there, Patty Davis in the house, one of my OGs. Whoop, whoop. I know I got on the mama talk over here, story of my life, right? Mary says in 2019, I was a startup biz. I had heard about many different tools during that time. You will know when the time is right to implement a new strategy or tool. So hearing the strategies more than once is okay, right, Mary? Right? For real. Yeah, the Hobby Lobby trips have got to stop. Say no to Hobby Lobby and say yes to a business coach or a mentor. And we'll get into the differences of those um in other calls, not tonight. Right, Angel knows this song. Yes, she was a baller. Wait, are you? I am about, but you know the song I'm talking about. You know the song. I wish it was a little bit taller. I can sing that song all day long. There's the other one. What's the by Bismarcky? You got what I need when you say you're just a friend. Okay, we had terrible 90s songs and I can't sing at all. Um, Nadia, but you're doing amazing. Thank you. Uh, Patty Davis, right? And she's like doing freaking amazing and monetized YouTube. Um, it's actually called I Wish, yes. So, you can tell Angel and I are, like, connected, right? Connected. So, these are all, like, my theme songs, like, these are all my theme songs here, right here. I got every day we're hustling. Every day we're hustling, hustling, hustling. Everyone some people would say you shouldn't have to hustle in business. I'm sorry, but in my business, we work harder than smarter. Right? That's kind of weird, right? Because you don't know how to work smarter until you've worked harder. So, yeah, I'm looking at this list of people here right now, and I'm going to say that 80% of this list has made $25,000 in their creative business easily and has done it over and over and over again. I'm looking at the list of people that are in here without even a doubt, without even a doubt without even a doubt. So, right, Nadia, it is true. You got to learn how to work smarter, not harder, baby girl. No, 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 baby. Listen, you don't figure out the smarter until you've actually done it. And it's a little hard when you do it. That's how I roll. But I do love to show you guys a way to do it a little bit smarter and like little shortcuts and just get it done. So, just get it done. So I know tonight was a lot. My business journey has been full of so many twists and turns. I would have never imagined that 25 years ago that I would be led to be in this position. I think that looking back, it's always vision's always 2020. Looking back, I was always destined to be in the spot exactly where I'm at today. I was on this track for a really long time. And I've been like, I think that he kind of knew what he wanted me to do. Like, he knew that I had the power to be able to do these things and get them implemented and get them going. And every single journey that I've had, whether it was that first membership, whether it was a dog couture, painting mailboxes, whatever it was that I had done, every single one of those gave me a skill to today. And it gave me a skill that allows me to teach and allows me to coach and allows me to mentor and allows me to change lives. And anyways, I'm super excited, you guys, to kick off the next 10 days with you all and have you guys hear these amazing stories of these awesome, incredible creatives who all just started with some random idea. Woke up one day and like Royce, who was like, I'm just going to paper mache deer heads. And now is one of the most well-respected decoupage paper companies in the entire world. And she just wanted to like paper mache deer huts. You'll hear tomorrow. Oh my God, she's a riot. She is a riot. So you guys, listen, your journey is yours. If you want it, it will happen. Like I'm telling you right now, it may not happen in this time frame you want it to happen, but if you want it and you're hungry, you will get it. You will totally get it. But I'm telling you right now that if you quit or you get frustrated or you're like, I can't do this, or somebody took my idea, every single time you quit, you're going to end up restarting, because I know how it rolls as a creative. I've seen it a million times over, that every time you restart, it's going to be harder and harder and harder. You want to know why? Because you have missed out on all of the knowledge that you would have learned during that process. And so you end up restarting over. You wanted to know how to work smarter, not harder? I'm going to tell you right now, don't quit. The second you quit, that's it, y'all. You're back to zero. You are literally back to square one. All right. If you work for it, it will happen. And ain't nobody going to give it to you, not even me. Not even now. Now I'll cheer you on and I'll give you all the tools, but it's up to you to take that hammer and screwdriver out of the box. It's not I put it there, and it's up for you to take it. And then whether you're going to take it or not. So anyways, you guys, we'll be back here tomorrow at 7 p.m. We'll be here Wednesday at 7, Thursday at 7, Friday at 10 a.m. We're going to have coffee together. We're going to take a little bit of break on Saturday and Sunday and recharge our voices, at least mine. And then we'll be back here on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday at 7. And then Friday, we have a double header on Friday at 1 and 7 on Friday, May the 10th. If you guys are not signed up for my free masterclass, it's 100% free. There's not even an upsell. There's not even a nothing. Like, you're going to come and spend 5 days with me. I'm going to break it down for you. There's going to be a lot of mindset. There's going to be a lot of learning. There's going to be a whole lot of pushback. I'm okay with that. There's going to be a lot of excuses from some of you. I'm okay with that too, because trust me, in 5 years, I've heard it all. I've heard every excuse there is. Good luck trying to get one past me. So anyways, you guys, I love you. Thank you so much for being here, supporting my journey, being part of my amazing life, being part of this incredible business. I can't imagine. I know that this is where I'm supposed to be, but I can't imagine not having all of you in my life with me. I just can't. What would that even look like? What would they even look like? I can't. I'm not even there. So anyways, I love you guys. Have an amazing night. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow at 7 p.m. All right. Hang on, y'all. I got a little promo video for you. We'll see you guys later. Bye, everybody.